Hey y'all, welcome to week 4 of interactive design. I'm excited about where we're at so far. This week we move into prototyping our actual redesign in Adobe XD. It's hard to believe that after this week we'll be about a fourth of the way through the course. And so I'm excited about that. I think you guys have shown some tremendous progress so far. We've been layering different types of UI, UX deliverables on top of each other here in Project 1. We started in week 2 with mood boards and looking at what businesses actually needed a redesign in the area. Last week we moved into wireframing and laying out the architecture and the foundation for what our sites might look like. And this week we get to bring that all together into Adobe XD. If you haven't already, please go back and watch some of those videos by the Adobe XD ambassadors diving deep into the fundamentals and the ins and outs of Adobe XD. Throughout this week, I'll provide some a little extra additional context and commentary around some of the things that I typically do to get my files started, as well as providing some tips and tricks in the prototyping space and creating the next level of interactive prototypes. But if you haven't already, please go back and watch those Adobe XD's videos. Those are going to be extremely helpful as we jump into this week on prototyping. But hopefully through mood boards, you've gotten comfortable with the interface, the tool, and this week we'll just begin to build out our websites and our mobile site. So let me just dive in real quick and talk a little bit about what to expect for week 4. So there's 5 sections here, 2 for Tuesday and 3 that will be viewed on Thursday. The first video here is an industry chat with Eric Ostrander. So Eric and I met day 1 of our freshman year at Youngstown State in foundation drawing. He's from Columbiana, Ohio, works down here in Nashville, actually with me through our same company that we work at. He's a UI and product designer for a product that serves about hundreds of thousands, if not 1 million plus users a year. And so Eric's done a great job. He's had a tremendous career in the web design and product design space. And we'll just chat about a few things that he's seen throughout his career, how connections have been helpful, and would love for you to watch that and submit your thoughts and feedback Tuesday night at 11:59 p.m. worth 5 points there. The other module on Tuesday, this is the module I'll dive into here in a second. This is where this video will actually be housed. But just to go over some of the other things on Thursday. So this module on Thursday, I'll actually be going over just an overview of the Project 1 final package. Now, in this module that you see here, it's just required that you make sure you review it, you understand it, and you've kind of acknowledged that you know what's going on for project number 1's final package. The actual final package for Project 1 won't be due until week 5, next week, Tuesday, at 11:59 p.m. So the module that you'll actually submit your final package in is going to be next Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. And I'll go over and make this video available for you early so that you can actually jump in before that as you work over the weekend or work on Monday to finalize your Project 1 package. But I just wanted to provide a little bit of an overview here this Thursday of this week so that you have an understanding a little bit more ahead of time for packaging up your final project. Now, the good news is I've already talked about this, how you can take some of your mood board pieces, your wireframes, and now ultimately your UI design, your web design, and start to begin to really quickly build those pieces and put those together for your final Project 1 package. Now, you've got all these things started throughout all these other milestones that we've had. Now you're just bringing them together. So I'll go over that in this video on Thursday. On Thursday, we're also going to have a live Q&A. Thank you guys for being patient with me last week as I had to cancel that. My daughter actually broke her femur bone, so it's been fun. We've been at the hospital for a little bit, but we'll do a live Q&A on Thursday this week. Talk about prototyping. Jump in if you have any questions or thoughts about UI, UX, prototyping in general. I'll be on for about an hour. Happy to answer any questions. Look at anything you'd like, especially as you go into submitting your prototype for your group review that evening at midnight. And then also on Thursday, I'm dropping a video around tips and tricks to take your prototype and your design to the next level. That's not graded, but it will be very helpful for you to maybe get a better understanding about how you can use the prototyping feature of Adobe XD and just create some cool aspects of your interface that will make it feel even more real by the time you submit it. So not graded, but will be very helpful, especially if you want to go one extra step, one more level with your designs there. And that'll be Thursday as well. So let's jump into where this video is housed on Tuesday, Tuesday module number 2 for Tuesday. So while this loads, this module is about your prototype concept. So it's due 11:59 on Thursday evening. It's the same type of thing we've been doing with mood boards and with the wireframes last week. Your draft of all your screens will be due on Thursday night at 11:59 p.m. no later. Make sure you get those in. Anything after that will result in a 0, but if you still want feedback on it, it'd be great to submit it and provide your peer review. 50% is better than 0%. Make sure even if you are late that you participate in your feedback and your comments there as well. So just to go over what this module includes, so we've got the introductory video, which will be this video here that'll go in slot number 1. Slot number 2 is around grid systems in UI design. So got some great videos here that talk about the grid, talk about gutters and margins and spacings and some of the foundational things in Adobe XD, or not Adobe XD, but maybe just more all-encompassing of responsive web design. And those 2 videos will be very helpful for that. In video number 3 here, section number 3, I actually just maybe provide a little extra context and commentary around grids and layouts and some of the things maybe you might have seen on the web already, and you'll kind of begin to spot like this is where the grid comes into play, and this is how the 12-column grid is being used. In slot number 4, I've got an introductory video on creating your type scale in Adobe XD. That'll be helpful as you begin to think about your prototype and begin to think about your website in Adobe XD. Slot number 5, I've got a video about reusable components. So identifying those common things that will repeat throughout your design and making them reusable in the components panel of Adobe XD libraries as well. So that's a great video just to identify some reusable components and how to set up reusable buttons to make your design even that much more consistent. Slot number 6 is about common UI mistakes. It's a great article that goes in depth about some do's and don'ts and some things to keep in mind as you begin to layer in your UI and to build that out. All 6 of these videos will be extremely helpful as you begin to jump into your prototype and your design there. Slot number 7 is an overview of generating share links and then walking through these instructions. So I'll spare you having to hear it twice, but the instructions for this module are all housed in this video number 7, as well as how to generate a share link out of Adobe XD. Your submissions for this module due Thursday at 11:59 p.m. You'll be submitting a PDF and a share link, as well as your 200 to 300 words. We're using the same groups that we've had before, and your follow-ups are due on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. So hopefully that was helpful. Just wanted to provide a quick overview of what to expect in this week, in this module in particular. And let me know if you have any questions. And thank you again for being patient with me last week. I really appreciate that. And for those of you who reached out, thank you as well. All is well, and excited as we dive into prototyping this week. And excited to see what you guys do. All right, talk to y'all later. Thanks.